Welcome to another episode of Shift Kenya. My name is Bileda Dongai. Now today I'm going to be driving a very interesting car, and it is as unisex as a bra. T-shirt.
Yeah.
Now, we've driven a number of cars that we believe are amazing in one way or another, and this is one of the few ones that packs a surprise. And that's not just because it blends in with the other cars, but just like the proverbial rabbit, it is clever in hiding and fast. How fast, you ask? Well, frankly, fast as Alright, so they call it a rabbit, and I see why. It has this stubby look, but it drives like, I don't know, it feels... That's sliding. That's definitely sliding. And that was within safe limits. Alright, so the Mach thing simply means, for those of you who may not understand, that it is the number of generations of a car. And if I say Mach 5, this means that it is the 5th generation of the VW Golf. Now you have the Mach 1, which, as I hear, since I've not driven it, was fantastic in the late 70s. And then you had the Mach 2, the Mach 3 and the Mach 4. And all these started to deteriorate. When you have such a good basis of a car as the first car, and it's very difficult to follow that up. Take an overtake. Alright, yeah, what I'm saying is, it is very difficult to follow a car up when you have such a good basis. And VW obviously struggled with this because the Mach 2, Mach 3, Mach 4 were not so good. But somewhere between 2003, 2004 to 2009, VW decided to make this. And if you ask most people who are into these cars and know more about them than I do, it is the rebirth of an icon. Probably the most interesting thing that I've seen is these seats. They are probably the grippiest seats that you can find on a hot hatch in Kenya. I don't know about the Swift. I think if I was to choose between, the most locally available hot hatches, I think it is either these or the Swift, the Suzuki Swift Sport. Alright, so a Golf GTI will usually cost a bit more than the other hot hatches, and if you consider that a normal hatch is built, 9 hours using a robot somewhere in Japan, a Golf GTI takes the best part of 50 hours to build, and this is what you get. So this is an infotainment system, and this one says car info entire. Let's start with car info. You're getting, you can tell who's wearing a seatbelt or not, grip brake, basically what you get on the dash in normal cars, and even in this one as well. But here it's a bit more easy to understand. And right now it says that I have 15 liters of fuel remaining. You don't get that in other cars. It's usually a rough estimate using a gauge. Here you get 18.5 degrees. You get the exact figures. So let's go back to home, start menu again, and you go to tire. How many cars do you get the amount of pressure in each wheel? Now this says that the front left has 29, rear left 28, and 28. You can, depending on how you want to balance out your car, if it's for a race or you want to have some fun, you can really get things to be very specific. So if someone complains about the cost of a GTI, I think you're being a bit witch hunty, because I think it is worth the money, really. So let's get back to it. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but front wheel drive is fun because I'm really on the edge around these corners, but it's holding just enough. I just like, yeah, it can't go sideways. You see that slide? Let me just shut up and enjoy the drive a bit. Woo! Yes, it is quick. You have a 2-liter, around 200 bhp, around 200 pound-feet of torque. But the way those small figures are delivered using a 6-speed manual gearbox, and the way this thing hits corners is just beautiful. And I'm not saying that I don't even like front-wheel drive, but it just works so well. It is the perfect package, if you ask me. You have a number of options. I know this is a stretch, but you could have a Vitz RS, you could have any number of cars, basically an Audi A3, a 1 Series BMW, but oh man, I love front wheel drive now. And that engine noise, I'm in love.